Hi, I had a question from one of our members, Herbert, and I tried to answer it on the call yesterday night. But I'm thinking about it now, and I'm wondering if I completed that answer, and I don't think I did. So I'm gonna try and complete that answer for you. Um, so you're asking about how I can show you a process to make between 60 and 100 pips per week. Um, and um, and if that's possible, and yes, it is possible. I just wanted to at least lay the foundation that you should not just focus on the pips, because sometimes positive pips is not the same as profitability. um, it can only mean profitability if you're trading the same lot size every single time. And but if you're trading different lot sizes, then pips might not be what you need to be looking at. You need to look at both. But let's just assume that we're looking at just the same lot size, and that's what the spreadsheet will help us do. So let's assume you have a $500 account. I prefer probably more than that, but let's say you have $500 account. You want to risk 1% per trade. It means that for a 25 pip per day. So if you're going to do 25 pips per day, at the end of the week, it means you'll be looking at about 125 pips if if you won 100%. But the reality is you cannot win 100%. And so what I've done here is to give you a probability of win at this stage of your trading of 60-40. So you win only 6 of every 10 trades you take. 25 pips per day, and we give you a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So if you set a stop loss of 25 pips and you're aiming to get 25 pips, if we did that, it means that at the end of the month, if you had got 100%, you'll be at 550 pips. But if, as we're looking at 60-40 win, you'll be at 110 pips. Now that gives you a 4.4% growth on your account, on that account. Even if it was $1,000 account, it's still going to be a 4.4% increase. And this is what you want to be very, very focused on. How much am I getting at the end of the month? So if you're doing 4.4% every single month, I promise you, you will be, if you look at this here, you will be returning some crazy amounts at the end of the year. Let's get this. So if you have 1,000 as a start at the beginning of the year, and you're doing 4% per month, at the end of the year, you're at 60%. Not many forex traders return 60% at the end of the financial year. If you do this for 2 years and you go to any bank, they will give you millions to trade for them. And so this is some healthy returns, doing 4% a month. And so if we focus back at trying to do that, that is what is important to me that you learn, that you can do between 4 to 6% every single month. Anything from 2% to 6% is what I look for, because I'm trying to get 25% a year, and that means I need to only do 2% a month, and I should be hitting the 25% a year. So if that's the case, 4.4 is very healthy. And if you're trying to aim for 25 pips per day, then if you use the formula like this, you could get it. So you're not trying to win all your trades. You win 60% of the trades, 6 out of every 10. You will lose 4. And you're aiming for 25, and you go for 1-to-1 systems. Yeah. So with that in mind, it's possible. So you can do that. So the question then is, what sort of strategies should I be trading to be able to do that? And and the reality is that most of our strategies should be able to give you this 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, 60-40 at 25 pips, stop loss and take profit. So you can take just one trade or two, and you probably some days be doing about 50 pips in a day. Um, um, from those opportunities. Sometimes you win all of them, sometimes you don't win. You win just one, as it were. So you can do this. Is what I am I'm saying that you can actually do this. Okay, I hope that kind of explains it better. I'll try and see if I can get on to. So let's take an example as it were. Let me see if I have, because this account here, I'm not sure I have some of those indicators and all that here. Let me just grab all these ones. All of them have got trades on. So let's go to something like GBP AUD. So GBP AUD, for instance, if we if we put on the wave strategy on, I usually trade it on the H1 time frame. And so this is an example. If you were already in this trade, you would have been on this. So if you were following this trade, H1 time frame, GBP AUD, this would have been an entry signal here. So this would have been, we have two candles. That one has a high above that high and would have placed a sell stop order there. And you can see price filled us in on that trade. Stop loss would have been at this high here. And then take profit if you want to do one-to-one will be, that's your entry there. It was a 20 pip stop loss. And what have you got now? You've got over 30 pips in profit. So you'd have got one-to-one easily on that. Euro AUD as another example. Is this a setup? No, that's not a setup. GBP CHF. Is that a setup? That's a very perfect setup. So if you were looking at this already, you would have seen price has come down, come up. So this would have been the entry here. This would have been the entry signal here. So um, so this would have then been where you put in your sell stop, and your stop loss will be here, and that is equivalent to how many pips? 16 pips. And you have just done almost 2-to-1. Yeah, 2-to-1. So you could have just done 2-to-1 on this. So in reality, yes, you can. And this is the way you need to approach this. Even if you didn't take this, if you had taken the one before, you would have taken this trade here, and that would have been a profitable trade. So again, this has more than 60-40 probability of success. Now, the power of this is, once you have become comfortable in doing one-to-one 60-40, let me show you the power of this. If you then just do 1.5 to 1, so reward 1.5 to 1, you're not increasing things too much. See how much it takes your account up, 11%, just by 1.5 to 1. And you've seen that in the just using the wave strategy, you can get 1.5 to 1, 2-to-1, 3-to-1 sometimes. Or even if you left it at 1-to-1 and increase this to maybe 65%, just a little bit, and that takes you to 6.6%. So that's why it's absolutely important to concentrate on fine-tuning your trading strategy, your trading skills, so that you can get higher rewards as well as probability of win, increasing that, as it were. Okay, so all this putting together are the tools you need, and if you just take things simple and do it this way, that should be helpful. Okay, I hope this helps out. Let me know if you have any questions. Cheers.